Hey everyone, welcome back. This should be a relatively quick video. I'm going to try not to talk too much. I want to talk about the Game Awards. Last night was the Game Awards. I stayed up and watched most of them. Eventually, I got bored and went to sleep. Overall, I thought that, first off, I want to say that Jeff Keighley does a great job with the Game Awards. They are far and away superior to everything that we have ever had that resembles an award show directed at games. So, big round of applause for Jeff for doing a great job. That being said, it wasn't like there weren't a lot of announcements that I was excited about. I know that there were some announcements that a lot of people were excited about, but I really, really closely follow Nintendo. I really, really closely follow Stadia, and it was like nothing. There were no big announcements, in my opinion, for either. And there were very few big announcements for Nintendo. There was no announcements for Stadia. And I kind of assumed that there would be. I did an open mic video, a live stream yesterday. You can go back and watch it if you click on the thing right up there, which I'll make sure to put a thing there, or a link in the description below. But I did an open mic on Thursday, and we were talking about it, and I was sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, Google's gonna be making announcements tonight. There's no way that they're not going to. They're going to." I assumed that they would, and they didn't. They made no announcements. All they did was show a commercial. Now, is that my fault? Partially. I mean, I just assumed. They never said that they were going to make an announcement, but I assumed that they would. Now, why would I assume that Google would make announcements at the Game Awards? Well, first off, it's a giant audience. It's an absolutely massive audience. And you want to get in there and show off your stuff. Jeff Keighley, during the Game Awards, he said currently 900,000 people were watching it on Twitch alone. Only on Twitch, 900,000 people. I don't know how many people were watching on YouTube. He also said that they were streaming on over 50 platforms. So just on one platform, there were 900,000 people watching. You want to get in front of 900,000 people. What do you want to show? A commercial? I don't think so. I don't think that's what you want to do. You want to talk about games. You want to show games. Not that weird commercial with the dude with the big puffy hair and the sunglasses and the dog that can smell your servers. I don't know who that, like my wife saw that and she says, "Who is this commercial aimed at?" And I said, "I don't know. Not me. Not me." And I'm the market that they should be trying to go after. All right? They should be trying to go after that market that wants convenience above all else. I don't know what that commercial is, but I hate that commercial. It's not good. It's a weird commercial. Parts of it are a little funny, but it's weird, and it's way too long. It's a very long commercial. What should they have done? They should have shown us some games. They should have said, "Hey, look at the games that are on Stadia. Hey, by the way, let's announce some games on Stadia." Why did I assume that Google was going to announce some games on Stadia? I don't know. Maybe because there were games that are coming to Stadia in 2019. This is what Google has told us, that certain games are coming to Stadia in 2019 that have not yet been released. You guys with me? And there's like 2 weeks left in December. Those games have to come out soon. It would be a perfect time for Google to say, "And by the way, here's the release date for this. Here's the release date for that. Here's the release date for this." Now, Google has said, "Look, we don't control when publishers make their announcements." You're right, but you could have talked a publisher into committing to a date, I think. I mean, they already committed to saying that it would be this year for certain games. I think that you could probably have locked them down to a date and then said, "Hey, you know what? We will promote your game. You lock it in on a date and we will promote your game on the Game Awards." Sounds like a win-win for everybody. But Google didn't do that. I assumed they would. I assumed they would because there's only 2 weeks left in December. It's a giant audience. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they announce some games at Stadia or at the Game Awards? Okay, but they never said that they would, right? So it's still not really their fault. Except, and they didn't say, you're right, they didn't say that they would, but they did open their mouth. And I think it was a huge mistake, in my opinion. It led to a lot of people being disappointed. And what do I mean by they opened their mouth? They tweeted out yesterday at noon, December 12th, like 8.5 hours before the Game Awards were supposed to start. They tweeted out, tonight's the Game Awards, and we couldn't be more excited. Who has your vote to win Game of the Year? Awesome. That tweet came out, and I was in the middle. Well, okay, the tweet had come out earlier that day, but I was in the middle of not recording, my live stream yesterday, my open mic, where I just kind of sit here and talk to people. That's going to be happening regularly on Thursday. We had like 600 people there. It was awesome. So come by and have a conversation with us. But somebody showed that to me during the open mic, and I was like, okay, this cinches it. There's no way that Google is going to tweet this out and then not make announcements at the Game Awards. That just doesn't make any sense. Google made this announcement, or not announcement. They tweeted this out saying, "Hey everybody, we're going to talk about the Game Awards." They should know that we would all assume that that means that we're getting announcements at the Game Awards, not a commercial. We assumed that we would get announcements at the Game Awards for 3 reasons now. Huge audience of gamers that you want to talk to. Number 2, there's only 2 weeks left in December, and there's games that haven't come out yet that we've been told are coming out in 2019. And 3, you tweeted saying, tonight is the Game Awards, and we couldn't be more excited. Who has your vote to win Game of the Year? Now, okay, I guess they were just saying, hey, don't forget, we like video games too. We're just excited about the Game Awards. That's fine. Be excited about the Game Awards. But don't tweet about it unless you're going to do something at it. And I don't think putting an ad in the Game Awards that the hardcore have already seen, I don't think that counts, in my opinion. I think that this is another communications flub by Google. Look, I think Stadia is fantastic. I have been accused of being a paid shill for Google many times. I've also been accused of being a Stadia hater many times. It's hilarious. I get the anger from both sides. But good God, Stadia, what are you doing tweeting about the Game Awards if you're not going to make announcements there? I think that was a huge, huge mistake. In my opinion, it was a huge mistake. I was really looking forward to seeing what they would announce, and then for them to announce absolutely nothing new and just show commercial that we'd already seen. That's so, even if it was a commercial that we had never seen, it's just not good enough. It's the Game Awards. They're known for showing off new stuff. That's what they should have been doing. Anyway, that's just how I feel about it. I'm curious how you feel about the Game Awards and the fact that Google didn't announce anything. Do I think now, of course, I suppose I should probably, I like to play devil's advocate. And there's going to be people out there who are like, oh, that means Stadia's dead in the water because they didn't make an announcement. Doom Eternal didn't have the Stadia icon on their thing at the end of their advertisement. Stadia is dead. I don't think that that's true either. Stadia is awesome. People who've played it can agree or can attest to the fact that it plays really, really good. Is it for everybody? No, but it's for me, and I think it's fantastic. And they need to lean into that, and they need to work on their communication. I've said this so many times. I don't feel like they did anything wrong. I just felt really let down that there wasn't a cool announcement at the Game Awards. And maybe that's on me. But maybe a little bit of it is on them as well. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you get notifications every time that I post a new video. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.